Good evening. My name is Brian Buendia, proud member of Snider's class of 2022. Whether you're a graduate today or a future graduate cheering us on, I wish you all the best of luck, the best of successes, and challenge you to keep pushing forward. Now, it is my privilege to introduce to you Snider's High School's senior choral ensemble performing the national anthem. At this time, please stand, ladies and gentlemen. Remove your hats as Snider High School's choral ensemble will perform our national anthem.
One, two.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
You may be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, you may place your caps back on your head. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Marissa Drew. And for those of you who aren't familiar with my name, you might not also know me as Paris's twin sister, the one who played Grace and Annie, or even that girl in the hallway who dresses suspiciously like a time traveler. Throughout my 4 years at Snider, I've spent most of my time being involved with theater in some way, shape, or form, which I believe is why Mr. Hissong chose me to do this introduction, because we all know how much theater kids love to listen to the sounds of their own voices. But little does he know I'm actually terrified of public speaking. So, without further ado, it is my pleasure to introduce the superintendents, elementary and middle school principals joining us this evening, all of whom have made a terrific impact on the graduates that sit here today. Please stand as I read your name and remain standing until all introductions are complete. Thank you. We're missing the pages.
I'll take it. Superintendent Dr. Mark Daniel, Deputy Superintendent Dr. Faye Williams-Robbins, Assistant Superintendent of Curriculum and Professional Learning, Ramona Coleman, School Board member Maria Norman, Principal of Wayne Middle School, Matt Herron, Principal Courtney Grimeau, Principal Allison Holland, Principal C. Brian Howard, Principal Rachel Mers, and finally Principal Zach Harrell, and School Board member Noah Smith. The last member we'll introduce is Dr. Crystal Bush. Dr. Crystal Bush has been a principal in Fort Wayne Community Schools for a long time, and she is serving her last graduation ceremony this evening. She has been in education for 51 years, the last 22 with Fort Wayne Community Schools. Please give me a round of applause for Dr. Crystal Bush and our dignitaries. You guys can sit down.
Good evening. I'm Sydney Spilker, and I am a member of the graduating class of 2022. And you know who else is part of the graduating class of 2022 is Mr. Hissong. 4 years ago, he was just as new to this school as we were. And now, after 4 long years that weren't close to what any of us expected, here we all are, ready to move on to the next chapters of our lives. Well, except for you. Sucks to suck. So congrats on graduating with us, Mr. Hissong, but have fun. I mean, we've all seen those current freshmen. Now, I can tell you as a musician at Snider that most arts programs don't get nearly enough attention. Mr. Hissong makes sure that's not the case at Snider. He makes every program, music, or any of the arts, sports, esports, or state champion winter guard, feel important. He makes every group and every individual feel seen, heard, and valued. And for that, I am so grateful. So without further ado, it is my honor to introduce to you the best principal I've ever had. You know him as Chad the Dad, Mr. Hissong.
Greetings and welcome to our 2022 commencement ceremony. First, let me begin by thanking the parents of our seniors for sharing your sons and daughters with us the last 4 years. If you are a parent or one of our graduating seniors this evening, please stand. Before you at this moment, you are beginning to realize the results of your hard work and dedication. Today, we celebrate the culmination of the last 17 to 19 years of your work. At this time, graduates of the class 2022, it is now your turn. Please stand and thank your parents for always supporting you in the past as well as being with you today. Thank you. Well, I guess according to Sydney, today is our graduation day. I'm very proud and honored to say that I am the only Snider principal you all have ever known. 4 short years ago during our transition day, prior to your freshman year, we actually started talking about your graduation day from Snider High School. On that day, I actually gave you the dates of your practice as well as the date of your graduation to make sure that everyone was on time. Both days. I forgot to remind you not to get in car accidents on the way. I feel bad now that on that day I did not prepare you a little better for everything that was going to happen during your 4 years in high school. Like being sent home the last 3 months of your sophomore year, spending your entire junior year learning online or coming to Snider every other day, and then finally your senior year where we tried to forget everything that had happened the previous 2 years and make this year as normal as we possibly could and celebrate the fact that today, we would graduate. The one thing I always remember about the class of 2022 is the strong sense of resiliency that you brought to the building each day. One of the greatest poets of my time, Maya Angelou, wrote, "I can be changed by what happens to me, but I refuse to be reduced by it." A lot has happened around the world, in the state of Indiana, in the city of Fort Wayne, and even at Snider High School. But yet, you bounced back, you stood strong, you continued to persevere, and now today, you're being honored as a high school graduate. Carl Jung stated, "I am not what happened to me, I am what I choose to become." Your story does not end here today. There are still so many chapters left to be written. Don't look back, focus on your future. The diploma that you're receiving today is your ticket to the world. Only you can control how you use that ticket. Your potential is unlimited. I have no doubt that once you decide what it is that you want to do, you will exceed everyone's expectations of you, and you will make a difference, and you will change this world. Mary Love captures this concept very eloquently in the following verse. "Count me among the weird, the odd, the unruly. Stare if you must, then kindly step out of the way. I am here to change the world, and I have a lot to do. And yet, I always want you to remember, as you continue to write the new chapters of your life, it is that regardless of where your travels take you, wherever your success lands you, your home and your family will always be Snider High School, and you will forever be a Panther. Congratulations, graduates, and thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Song. Hi, my name is Jack Deckard, and I am a member of the graduating class of 2022. I am committed to IUPUI, and I will be majoring in finance at their Kelly School of Business. And tonight, it is in my honor and privilege to introduce the next two speakers of this evening. Our first speaker will be the Deputy Superintendent of Fort Wayne Community Schools, Dr. Faye Williams Robbins. And immediately following after Dr. Robbins will be Superintendent Dr. Mark Daniels. Thank you.
Good evening. It is always a pleasure to have the opportunity to play a small part at graduations. Though today is a special day where we recognize and celebrate the culmination of accomplishments made by you as graduates, it is not only the ending of your time in pre-K-12 education, but also a day of beginnings. It is our desire as a district that the education and experiences you have received while with us have prepared you for far greater experiences and successes as you move into the next phase of your life. Thank you to the mothers, fathers, grandparents, aunts, uncles, brothers, sisters, and other caregivers for the opportunity to have served your family and worked alongside you in ensuring your graduates receive a quality education. It has truly been our privilege. To the graduates, the accolades you will receive today, and best wishes for a bright future.
So one thing I've learned these last 2 years, as the challenges have pressed all of us, is to think about appreciation and gratitude. Let's think about that for a second. Are you thankful for something today? It changes your disposition. So I challenge everyone. Think of something you're grateful for, something you're appreciative of. Graduates, congratulations on making it to this day. You experienced and learned much since entering kindergarten in the fall of 2009. While your high school years have been particularly challenging, the lessons you have learned and persistence you have shown to reach this point demonstrate that you are ready to move on to the next phase of your lives. Whether you're heading to college, enlisting in the military, starting your career, or taking time off to find your path in life, I hope you're leaving Snider High School with the success skills that are sought after many and all employees and employers. First, I hope you have developed a strong work ethic, demonstrated by being responsible, having integrity, and being resilient and flexible. As graduates of Fort Wayne Community Schools, you have had the unique opportunity to learn with and learn from students of different races, ethnicities, different family structures, different socioeconomic backgrounds. That experience, whether you realize it now or not, helps you to think like a global citizen, to have compassion for others, and to better understand the complexities of a diverse world. Working in a diverse environment also provided you with the opportunity to collaborate with peers who likely challenged your thinking. This experience may not have always been pleasant, but it is important in learning how to clearly communicate your knowledge and perspective, how to negotiate, and how to manage yourself in your interactions with others. All skills you will use regardless of your future career. During your time in school, our education approach has moved away from memorization and towards problem solving. We're not finished yet, but we'll continue to focus on experiences that develop success skill and engage students, allowing their learning to be driven by curiosity, not coercion. We have unlimited knowledge at our fingertips, but we need to know how to evaluate that information and use it to solve problems. So as you go off to your next adventure, think about how you can hone these skills for your own success and the success of our community. Wherever you go, I hope you return to Fort Wayne with increased knowledge and enthusiasm to continue moving our city forward. And lastly, if you're interested in sharing your talents with FWCS, we welcome you as a future employee. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Kenitha Sumka, and I'm a proud member of the graduating class of 2022. Today, I have the privilege of introducing the Salutatorian of Snider High School. Now, this person is well known among many, whether it be her inhuman ability to do calculus or her surprisingly good skills of playing football, despite being 4'10". And although many see her as someone who you'd only encounter once in a lifetime, many do not know the incredible heart that supplements her intelligence. From this person, I have learned the value of acknowledging all that we succeed in and lifting each other up in all that we lack in. With that being said, ladies, gentlemen, and classmates, please join me in welcoming our salutatorian, Hannah Makaru.
All right, my biggest challenge today is getting this cap to stay on. So, thank you, Kenitha, for that introduction. Hi, everyone. My name is Hannah Makaru, and standing up here as the salutatorian, I'm certain that administration was expecting me to drone on about academic excellence and encourage the class of 22 to chase success to the ends of the earth. And while that could make a good speech, I'm actually not going to do that today. On the contrary, I'm standing up here today urging the other 420 graduates here to do the one thing they've been taught to avoid all of high school, to chase failure. Now, before any of the parents start freaking out, I realize that I should probably clarify what I mean by chasing failure. There are really two types of failure. There's failure from not trying, like what all of my friends threatened to do after AP exams. Brayden, I'm looking at you. And then there's failure despite trying. Chasing failure is the latter. It means confronting failure as you test the boundaries of what is possible. It means accepting failure when you take a calculated risk. It means no longer letting the fear of failure hold you back. But you know, it's really hard to switch your mentality when you've gone your whole life trying to avoid failure. When I was a freshman, I wasn't too different from who I am now. I still loved math, still loved soccer, and despite what some people will try to tell you, I was still 5'1". But, as all of my friends and teachers can attest, I had far too much nervousness and cockiness than any 13-year-old should ever be entitled to have. Because when I was a freshman, I chased success. I wanted to be the best, not my best. I didn't take risks, and I just stuck with what I was good at because that guaranteed that I would be successful. But looking back now, I realized that I wasn't really chasing success. I was only avoiding failure like it was fire. Because, like most of us, I thought that failure would burn my ego in the same way it would burn away my opportunities. Now, the reason why chasing failure is so uncomfortable for us to think about is because we've made failure synonymous with shame, disappointment, and smothered hope. We are worried that if we get knocked down, we won't get back up again. But I think that we, the class of 2022, have forgotten one very important detail. We are the most resilient class that any school has seen in a very long time. We have adapted to online learning, virtual friendships, and internet communication. We have endured lockdowns, health mandates, and social distancing. We have survived public outrage, social polarization, and riots, all while balancing schoolwork, jobs, and relationships. And sure enough, when I came to our first football game last fall, we had come back after 2 years with the same energetic spirit that we had our freshman year. Now we, the class of 2022, have never taken the easy way out because we were never given an easy way out. So let's not start now, because we are never going to be our best possible selves by playing it safe. Sure, there are practical and physical limitations to everything, but the most confining restraints are the ones that you impose on yourselves due to fear. Okay, I'm going to have to take this off, my friends. And yeah, look, not everything's going to work out. Last fall, I got deferred from some pretty amazing colleges, and last month, my National Merit Scholarship application got flat out rejected. But last December, I got into my dream college, go Blue Devils, a place that I never would have even applied to if I hadn't been chasing failure. Because even though chasing failure doesn't guarantee success, it pushes the limits of what is possible while equipping you with the tools and knowledge for your future endeavors. Chasing failure will get you further than chasing success ever will. So stop letting the fear of failure prevent you from chasing your goals. Go into the future without expectations of perfection or success, but expectations of learning and persevering. Apply to that grant, begin that startup, and record the first episode of that podcast. Although, maybe not all of us should have a podcast, but simply go out into the world and fail, not because you don't care, but because you care more about your passion than your pride. Like Robert Kennedy said, only those who dare to fail greatly can ever achieve greatly. So if someone asks you what I did today, just tell them that I set you up for failure, because I certainly hope that I did. Now, I'd be remiss if I didn't thank the people over the years who've reminded me of my worth beyond academics, allowing me to truly chase failure. Thank you to Natalie and Simone, my closest friends throughout high school. Thank you to my parents and my amazing big sister Kayla for always supporting me. Special thanks to Miss Lutz, Miss Ely, Miss Hanley, Miss Kaiser, Mr. Matson, and Mr. Lohr for always caring about both my personal and academic well-being. Thank you to Aman for always giving me the best hugs, and she totally didn't tell me to put that in there. Thank you to Alex and Caitlin for not only being such inspiring intellectual role models, but for being incredible friends as well. And lastly, thank you to the class of 2022 for welcoming me 5 years ago and creating some of the best memories of my life. Congratulations, guys. We made it. Now, unfortunately, you all can't get rid of me just quite yet because I have the absolute honor and privilege of introducing a good friend of mine, one of the most hardworking and diligent people I have ever met. She has been one of my role models since elementary school, and I've been beyond grateful to get to call her my friend these past few years. So, ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to the valedictorian of Snider High School, Jaden Eastham.
Okay, well, thank you, Hannah, for that amazing speech and introduction, and thank you for everything you've done for me. You've also been an amazing friend to me, and I appreciate everything you've done helping me with my journey. I am Jaden Eastham, and I am the class of 2022 valedictorian. Throughout this whole process of trying to write my speech, I've really only learned one thing, and it's that writing a speech is hard. There are so many expectations that you put on yourself and from those that are around you that make the process 10 times harder than it needs to be. Don't be boring. Don't make it too long. Don't make it too hard to understand. Be funny. And beyond all those things that I got from others, I knew my speech needed to be perfect. This dream that I've had for the past 4 years was finally coming true, and I was being given a chance to speak about it. So I knew my speech had to be nothing less than perfection. But what even is perfection? Throughout this process, I have learned one key fact, and it's that this speech, in fact, does not matter. It doesn't matter what I say to you guys, because at the end of the night, you'll go home and go back to your lives and forget about what I said, which is perfectly fine. So I bet most of you are thinking about where you're going to go and eat after this and hoping that I keep it short so that way the rest of the ceremony can start. But regardless of what other people were thinking, I knew my speech had to be perfect. I had so many expectations of how I wanted it to sound and what I wanted to say to show you my journey, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. This speech isn't me. It's one moment in time that doesn't even give you a glimpse as to who I truly am. Now, I could have stood up here and showed you all the ups and downs and the hard parts, but honestly, nobody cares about that, and I'm in the same position as you guys. So I decided to keep it short. I'm the reason I am up here today, and I have worked hard. Now, don't get me wrong. There have been countless people who have helped me along the way. Jace, Jackson, my parents, Jacob, Hannah, my friends, Mr. McVeigh, Mr. Lauren, my teachers, my coaches, and countless others who have been there to support my journey. But at the end of the day, it was me who put in the hard work to make my dream come true, and it is impossible to show you that journey in this measly 3 to 5 minute speech. So I decided I would spare you guys the details. Now, I know I talked about how there have been hard parts to my journey, but honestly, that's not what I'll remember as I continue on. It'll be the memories that I made with my friends and the time I spent with the class of 2022. Whether it was arguing with Markel or getting the most amazing hugs from Iman or just competing with my classmates in general, it's the time spent with this class that has truly impacted my life. Looking back at the past 4 years, I realized that it is you guys and your influence on me that has helped me get through the hard times, rather than the title itself. So it's really just everything that I've done and the memories here that I've made with you guys. It's parking in the teacher's parking lot, even though I knew they hated it. It's staying up late working on projects with my friends. It's going out and just wasting time with my classmates instead of doing my classwork. It's the amazing teammates and coaches that I've had over the years, and it's the sectional title that my basketball team has won. Finally, it's the senior class prank that our class just could not agree on for the life of us. It is important to note that yes, of course, the academics are important, but it's not the title alone that I will carry with me. It's these memories and the impact that you, the class of 2022, has had on my life that will help me in the future. So I would like to thank my friends, family, teachers, and coaches who have helped me make my journey possible. And I want to leave you all with a quote from someone much wiser than myself. He always told me that in order to be successful, you must surround yourself with better to be better. Thank you.
It is at this time where we're preparing to distribute the diplomas. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll remind you again, from earlier in the ceremony, once again, the seniors ask that you respect their wishes and honor them as graduates. Please do not draw any attention away from them because they are the ones graduating this evening. Please allow them to enjoy their moments as Snider High School graduates. Class of 2022, this is the moment you've been waiting for. The speeches are done. It's diploma time. Let's get it started.
Jaden Eastham, Hannah Makaru, Camille Haynes, Christian Hernandez. Adeshua Ogunsusi. Sarah Rodenbeck. Braden Strom. Dirk Hildebrandt. Tommy Song. Natalie Mitchell. Candace Ackerman. Iman Ahmed. Jose Alfaro. Aaliyah Alcazai. Lincoln Alphonse. Hajur Alziadi. Dora Ambrose. Naisha Anderson. Ryan Anderson. Cesar Marcos Anzadua. Ahoki Aranda. Juliana Armour. Angel A. Kane Chun A. Momo A. Marissa Baca. Alexander Baena. Bishop Baker. Isaac Baker. Madison Baker. Jordan Barnett. Marin Barney. Leviticus Bass. Jovara Bayman. Victoria Benjamin Booker. Kenneth Bernardin. Riley Bilby. Mia Birkenbuell. Zachary Bishop. Bianca Bivens. Marcus Black. Imani Bland. Duncan Bowditch. Zaira Boyd. Yasmin Bradley. Kirsten Briles. Grant Brown. Joshua Brown. Kada Brown. Tyrese Brown. Tyler Brubaker. Jakai Buchanan. Paola Bucio. Brian Buendia. Evan Burgett. Christian Burleson. Benjamin Burnside. Jacob Byler. Simone Bird. Dominic Carlisle. Cannon Carney. Allison Carr. Juan Carranza. Corey Carteau. Mia Caudell. Jordan Chevalier. Madison Cox. Victor Colin Perez. Jaslyn Collier. Aubrey Comparrot. Avery Comparrot. Tiara Covington. Madison Cowan. Amber Creech. Irene Cruz. Jacob Kubelis Lunn. Carl Cunningham. Gaetano Coutinho. Mason Dollenberg. Brianna Daly. Garrett Darby. Elijah Davis. Jack Deckard. Michael Deckanaw. Jessica Decker. Acacia Dial. Maria Diaz. Christopher Deers. Lacey Diggs. Michaela Dinwiddie. Carter Deerig. Brandon DeShong. Aaliyah Dominguez. Marissa Drew. Olivia Drew.
Paris Drew. Marvinsky Duque. Ann Eads. Summer Eads. Riley Eagleson. Elena Edwards. Avery Edwards. Carter Ehrman. Nathan Eifred. Shania Eldridge. Nariah Esters. Brandon Etzler. Destiny Evans. Alyssa Farias. Brandon Farmer. Aaron Finn. Ariana Furba. Olivia Ferrier. Emma Feast. Lucy Fiegel. Alexis Fleming. Naomi Flores. Rakaya Ford. Miriam Frederick. Jaden Freeman. Logan Fry. Honest Lady Fuerte Ramirez. William Gardner. Nico Gatewood. Brendan Geiger. Seth Geiselman. Amari Gibson. Kiana Gomez Espino. Ramon Gonzalez. Maria Gonzalez. Alexia Goodwin. Corbin Grames Sanchez. Abigail Gray. Talia Gray. Xavier Gray. Amaya Green. Sophie Green. Rafael Guzman. Jamarian Hackner. Colin Haynes. Terrell Hardy. Adriana Hargrave. Caitlin Hart. Jair Hawkins. Jathan Haywood. Jacob Hine. Juan Hernandez. Marco Hernandez. Sadie Hernandez. Desmond Hester. Caitlin Hill. Mia Hill. Cade Hinton. Tyler Hochstetler. Dominic Hood. Noah Hoover. Ethan Horan. Jeremiah Horta. Maya Hauer. Layla Hunick. Caden Hurst. Caleb Hurt. Hope Embody. Michael Ivy. Kiera Jackson. Noah Jackson. Delaney Yale. Lydia Yale. Carson Jenkins. David Johnson. Samantha Kabish. Markel Kill. Morgan Keller. Arsit Kam. Armat Khan. Jacoby Kidd. Cassandra King, Tristan King, Tyler Comfer, Gabrielle Koonsman, Noah Kunzweiler, O Twa La, Aaliyah Lamb, Alicia Lamb, Alicia Lamb, Jasmine Lamb, Aiden Lambert, Paige Landis, Lamaya Laster, Alex Lotzenheiser, Levi Lawrence, Janessa Leslie, Gage Lixton, Grace Lochner, Brendan Lopez, Jaya Lavette, Sophia Lowry, Pierre Loya, McCoy Luce, Quentin Lyman, Laura Valentina Messias Penila, Adam Maggart, Celeste Mahoney, Angela Malagon, Caleb Malone,
Endim Mong, Sumra Manson, Jada Martin, Madeline Martin, Savea Martin, Autumn Mason, Olivia Mast, Isaiah Maxwell, Simone McCowan, Claire McCoy, Kevin McDavid, Olivia McGillicuddy, Arasia McKinley, Leanne McKinney, Aiden McLaughlin, Avriella Medina, Giannis Mendez, Jacob Mattel, Donovan Meyer, Arthur Moon, Peyton Miles, Gavin Miller, Jacob Miller. Jade Miller. Thazan Mo. Dominic Moon. Damon Moore. Kendra Morales. Darnell Morgan. Matthew Moramano. Kelvin Morrill. Ella Moss. Anthony Mount. Diego Munoz Morales. Dylan Murphy. Rena Mwangi. Quincy Myatt. Carmen Navarro. Lise Navarro. Brianna Neal. Evelyn Navarez. Kennedy Newman. Trevor Newman. Madeline Niemeyer. Dylan O'Toole. Lisbeth Ochoa. Raymond Olivares. Nechi U. Santiago Ortiz. Solomon Osborne. Debbie Palomino. Joseph Panessa. Heaven Parker. Regina Parker. Thang Powell. Laura Paz. Kennedy Pearson. Aiden Pels. Vernon Pereira. Hunter Perkins. Joel Perry. Nasiah Pickens. Denasia Pinkston. Saul Pisano. Tamia Pope. Olivia Porter Bitts. Christopher Powell. Kylie Pyle. Victor Ramirez. Jacob Rapp. Kaya Recker. Jermaine Reese. Lee Regal. Connor Ryder. Abigail Revel. Alicia Reynolds. Michael Riggers. Olivia Rios. Dennis Roberts. Marcus Roberts. Jocelyn Rodriguez. Joshua Rodriguez. Adorian Rogers. Nancy Romero. Madeline Rommel. Monquel Ross. Olivia Rothgeb. Emily Rubalos. Emily Ruiz Martinez. Blake Russell. Jenna Rutherford. Aaron Ryan. Ariana Reibold. Cole Reibold. Ali Saeed.
Suhey Salvador. Mahdi Soleil. Devin Sampson. Naraya Sanchez. Ashley Sanchez. Connor Sanders. Isaac Sanders. Talia Sanders Gonzalez. Kavion Sheeman. Jada Scholl. Allison Shorey. Ian Scott. Nevaeh Scott. Justin Seffernick. Megan Schaefer. Haley Shaw. Kira Sheets. Thomas Shepard. Kirsten Sherry. Gavin Simpson. Julisse Sims. Reagan Singleton. Madison Siravath. Nolan Slater. Jakaya Smiley. Shanadra Smith. Xander Smith. Josiah Solis. Kenitha Somkit. Sydney Spilker. Grace Sponseller. Brandon Springer. Max Springer. Emily Stafford. Sydney Steinlicht. Rashawn Stevens. Jacob Stetka. Jalen Stills. Michael Stotts. Melissa Summerlin. Eva Suspaniak. Tammy Zealous. Elijah Talamentes. Matthew Taylor. Lillian Tellman. Go Thing. Jayla Thomas. Maymo Thway. Ashley Trent. Jeremy Trigg. Dylan Tupper. Emily Turnage. Quaylandrika Turner. Elaine Alsh. Jemiah Underwood. Carmen Unverzat. Denisha Upchurch. Eric Van Zant. Ariana Vaughn. Noah Vaughn. Lyric Vaught. Alan Villatoro. Heaven Von Pakti. Jariah Walker. Jaden Wallace. Dontrell Ward. Travion Ware. Mitchell Webb. Riley Winnemer. Colin Westerfield. Kaylee Weichert. Gavin Wiedenhoft. Aaliyah Williams. Donardo Williams. Kiana Williams. Delaney Wilson. Mariah Wilson. Ethan Windsor. Trent Windsor. Taylor Wolf. Lacey Wolf. Tyzier Woods. Carter Wortman. Nevaeh Wright. Tyler Yoder. Shaba York. Alexander Zapita. Derek Zimmerman. Ashley Sanchez.
At this time, it is my privilege to introduce to you the Snider Class of 2022 Class President, Camille Haynes.
Class of 2022, please stand. One of our last acts together as a class of 2022 is to move our tassels from right to left, signifying that we are graduates of R. Nelson Snider High School and therefore alumni. Join me as I move my tassel from right to left. Congratulations to the class of 2022. We did it.
It gives me great pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, to introduce to you the 56th graduating class of R. Nelson Snider High School, the class of 2022. Congratulations.